special kind of feeling, kinda low when I'm up, need you, darling.
Interesting tutorial. So in this class I'll be teaching you how to make a halter neck flared dress. As you can see right there on the thumbnail, so this halter neck flared dress will be easily achieved using your pattern drafting. So to begin this tutorial, I've already made my border lines, and what I have here remains my shoulder line, okay, where I'm going to take all measurements from. And what I have here is going to be only my center front, okay. So the back of this dress is actually different. We have the front as halter neck, okay. The back does not have the halter neck and does not have the flare as well, but it's an A-line at the back. So to achieve this perfectly, I'll just go ahead and place my tape on the shoulder line. I'm going to get my chest line. I'm going to get my bust point line. So the reason I'm making all these lines is because we are going to close our bust dart and open up our line to create the flare. So after the bust dart, you can have your flare dress anywhere you wish, any length you wish. So but I'll be using what I have on paper here since I'm illustrating how to go about it, okay. So I'm using what I have on paper here to be the length of this dress. All right, so I'll just go ahead and rule my lines. So I'm going to create my necessary lines, okay. So I can also impute my waistline, okay. So let me just go ahead and impute my waistline. So here my waistline, I'm working with 17. So after that, you can have the length of your flare anywhere you desire. So but what I have here is what I'll be using for the length. So my shoulder divided by 2 is 7.5 imputed. My neckline is 3 inches. I'll transfer my shoulder divided by 2 to my chest line, and I'll drop my shoulder by 1 inch. So this is what I have here. I'll rule my line. Then I'll keep my ruler straight as usual. So since we are drafting the front line, I'll just go ahead and get the midpoint. So once I've gotten my midpoint, I'll go in by 0.75 for the sleeve. Okay, so what we are making here is a halter neck flared dress. So right here, I'm going to impute my bust measurement. So this is my bust measurement. Divide by 4 is 10 inches. So I just add half an inch of an ease to it, so that part is not too tight on the chest line. So I just go ahead and do this. All right, so I have the dress. So while I have to impute this is because of the connection, I mean my waistline. So the waist I'm working with, divide by 4 will give me 9.5. So if I have 9.5, I would like to also add 1 inch for ease, okay. It's a flared dress, so you need to have ease to the dress. So I'll just go ahead, although by the time we open up our dart, we'll also have we'll have it expand a little more. So now what I have on the length of this dress is too short. It's not even up to the hip line. So for the making this tutorial more detailed, I'm going to attach, add more to my paper now. So let me do that so you understand this better. More extension of this gown. Okay, so this gown is going to be above my knee, as it is right there on the thumbnail. So if I have it above my knee, it means I'll start off from my shoulder line to impute what I have above my knee as the length. So this is where I have my knee, and I'm going to make it 4 inches above my knee. So if you actually want it to be exactly like what you are seeing right there on the thumbnail, this is it. I'll just go ahead and extend my line. So this is what you are going to do to have that exact flare you are looking for. So on the hem, this is my hem. I'm going to take my hip measurement. So the hip I'm working with here is 12.5. That's 50 divided by 4 is 12.5. This is my 12.5. I'll just go ahead and add, for this flare dress, I'll just add 3 inches. Okay, I'll add 3 inches, and that 3 inches I'll connect it all the way from the waistline down to that point. So once I've added the 3 inches extension, the next thing I'll do is just to come over to my bust line and impute my bust span. Okay, so I'm imputing 4 inches, that is bust span of 8 inches. So I'll just divide by 2 and impute my 4 inches. So this is the 4 inches, and then I'll go ahead and do this. Okay, I'll go ahead and connect it. So once I've connected it, the next thing I'll do on this bust point line, I'll come in with my bust dart of 2 inches. So if I come in with my bust dart of 2 inches, I'll just go ahead and connect my bust dart. Find the midpoint of my bust dart. I'll just connect it, close up my bust dart. So we are closing this bust dart, not that we are making a bust here, but because we want to use the closing of the bust dart to achieve our perfect flare. Alright, so this technique is very wonderful for flares like this. So now I'm going to cut out what I have on the pattern right now. So I'll go ahead with my paper scissors. Remember, note that is the front that we just drafted, and this front is going to be on fold. This front is going to be on fold. So I'll just go ahead and create the neckline. Okay, so the neckline, you have to create the neckline the way you actually want the neckline to be. So like if you are using a turtleneck like we have on the thumbnail, this is 3 inches and this is 3 inches. So these 3 inches I'll go ahead and connect. Then this is a halter neckline too. So since the flare dress is halter necked, so we are going to separate the halter neck part of the create this halter neckline right now. So I'll just go ahead and from the center front neckline, I'll just go ahead and take measure 2.5 inches. So I'll just measure my 2.5 this way. Okay, so you can just measure it this way. So once I've measured it, I'll place my pattern ruler from here to the armhole to cut out that halter neck part. Okay, so this part right now is going to be our lace, while here is going to be any fabric of your choice, okay, that you want to use for this dress. So for this particular dress on the thumbnail, we use the satin fabric. So if you still want to go by your satin, you can go ahead and use satin right here. So we are done right now using a high neck or turtleneck line. So if you're on the bigger size, you can use 3.5, okay, and you still have an effective result. So what we are cutting here is the front dress. We also have the back dress, okay. So we have the back, the back one, part of this dress is not drafted like the front, so it's actually different. So I'm going to draft the back to show you how to go about the back drafting. So at the center front, I'll go into my neckline now. So I'm cutting the center front. So this is what our pattern looks like. So by the time we close up the bust down, because that's what we want to do now to create this flare effect. So if you look at the flare effect, that flare effect, we have it right on the bust pan. And this is how to go about it. Just simply close up this bust dart. So I'm closing up this bust dart right now. So by the time I close up the bust dart, this is it. Bust dart is closed. So here is where we have the flare effect. So I'll just add another pepper on it, so I'll be able to have the flare. So once I've cut out that, added my pepper, I'm going to separate this from this. So I'll use this to cut my satin, and I'll use this to cut the flare to have that effect. So let me add my pepper right here. So right here, I've added my pepper on this face. So if you want to cut it directly on fabric, just place it the way it is and cut. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and do this. So I just cut out everything I have here right now, and that is the part that will serve as the center front. Okay, this is the center front, and the center front area is going to be on fold. It's going to be on fold. Okay, so that is what the pattern looks like, as you can see. So you can just go ahead and do what? Cut these parts. This is your lace, the part of your lace or any thing of your choice. So once you have added it, you join it back. So this part will be cut with your flake. Okay, so that is it. I'll separate this and we'll go over to the back. I'll keep this and we'll go over to the back now. The back neckline, so you are going to also impute on your shoulder line, your shoulder divided by 2. If you are working with 3 inches, just impute it. Then your neckline will be 1 inch. I'm going to connect my neckline. So just like I said, the front and back are drafted differently. So on the chest line, I'll also impute my shoulder divided by 2. Drop my shoulder by 1 inch. So once that is done, I'll just go ahead and connect to this point, and then connect back to this point. So for the back armhole, I'm going to get the midpoint of my back armhole. So this is the midpoint, and I'll go in by 0.5 inch for the back armhole. So I'll connect here, and then I'm going to, on the chest line, I'm going to take the measurement of my chest divided by 2. So my chest divided by 4 is 10 inches. Remember, I added half an inch for the front. I will do the same. So once I've done that, I'm going to connect my armhole properly. So I'm going to connect my armhole. So I'll come over to the waist. On the waistline, I'm working with waist divided by 4 is 9.5. Remember, I added 1 inch. I'll still do the same. So the only difference with the back and front is the back is flared and the front is flared and the back is a line. But you are going to add all your allowances which you added on the other one accordingly. So I'll just come over to the waistline right now. On the hemline, I'm working with my hip is divided by 4 is 12.5. I'll mark it. Remember, I added 3 inches. I'll also add up the 3 inches. So once I've added up the 3 inches, I'm going to connect my line this way. So note that dress has a little extension. Okay, a little extension. So I'll just add my pepper, so we'll be able to create the little extension. So I'll add little pepper now to create that extension. I'm going to make little extension, just a little extension of about 4 inches from the hem. So right here, I'm going to take my measurement of the extension on the hem. So I'll make, okay, let me make it 5 inches. Okay, so at that point I'll just go ahead and do what? Connect what I have right there to the tip of this dress, okay, to the hem part of that dress. So that's how to go about the back. Then I always like to contour my center back. Okay, I always like to do that, very important, so you have a good fit at the back. So from here to here I'll go in by 0.75 or 0.75, which I'm going to connect all the way to this point, to this back, to the hem. Okay, so I just connect it back to the hem. So I would retake my measurement once again. Okay, so I'm working with waist. Divide by 4 is 9.5. Then from here I'll add back that my 1. In fact, I want to add more inches here. Okay, because with the slash and spread we had at the front. Okay, if you remember when we slashed and spread the front on the waist, you see we really had about 2 inches. Okay, so but I'll just add 2 inches on the side. Okay, so it's better it's free than it's tight. So from this point I'll just add that 2 inches back. Okay, I don't really want to make it too much, so 2 inches is okay. That is about 8 inches, or you can even do 1.5. Okay, so let me just do 1.5, because 1.5 will give us 6 inches of an ease only. Okay, 3 inches for the back only. Okay, so it's okay, you can do 1.5 from this point, you can do 2 inches, it's still okay. So let me just do 1.5. I don't really need it that much. So from here I'll reconnect and I'll go back from that point to the hem. I think the 1.5 is okay. So that is how to go about the drafting of this flared dress. So I'll just go ahead and cut what I have on my pattern. So next you are going to do is to, have your mandarin collar sewn, as you can see right there on the thumbnail. So for the back is plain. You don't have any halter neck attached to the back, as you can see. So just place your pattern on your dress the way we drafted it right here. Trust me, you will have a perfect result once you sew following the exact seam allowances you added. So what I'm cutting off now is my center back. So this center back is actually going to have a button. I'm going to have a button here, or you can have a short zip right there as well. Okay, so this center back we are going to cut 2 times of what we have on this pattern. Okay, this is 2 times, that's what you are going to cut, just exactly the way it is. Place it on the pattern and on your fabric. So I don't have enough fabric, I could have also sewn this, okay, to show you. I actually love this pattern, this flared dress. So this is the back, as you can see right here. So this is how the back is. You can see everything is looking nice and beautiful with the center back line. Okay, this way and this way, center back. And this is what we have at the front, as you can see. So the front, center front is on fold. You'll be placing your fabric on fold. This is the halter neck part. So you'll be cutting 2 pieces of this, 2 pieces of this. One will be on the other side after you have placed this on the center front. Okay, so this is actually beautiful. So maybe in the future I can also sew this dress for you to see the outcome. So thank you very much for coming to this tutorial once again. If you are new to this channel, please kindly subscribe, turn on your notification bell to receive videos like this every day. Like this video, share to family and friends, drop your comment on the comment section and your suggestions as well. Thank you once again. See you in the next class. Bye.